Alright, welcome again to Majestic Bonsai, where once again we're not afraid to get our hands dirty. Alright, we're going to be looking now at this fir tree. I'm not sure exactly the exact species, if it's Doug fir or what it is. These come up by seed here where I live, and so every time I see a free tree, I utilize them and make something out of them. So this one I used as a the concept was a root over rock, or tree growing on a cliff, if you will. The background on this rock, it is a lava rock. I got this from my dad's place, and so he gave that to me with the idea that I was going to use it for this very thing, used as a bonsai. So what we've got here is maintenance again. That is huge part of what bonsai is, and you love it or you hate it. So if you love bonsai, then you usually appreciate it and go with it as it is. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of these ferns, and it's too big, it's blocking this. I'm not going to kill the fern whatsoever. I'm just going to cut it down, and that way we can see the rock. Next time the ferns grow back in, they'll grow in with nice small pieces and look a lot more appropriate for size. I'm not actually going to remove them whatsoever, just letting them regrow in a smaller size that can be more to scale for what we're trying to accomplish. Okay. This is one very heavy pot. Admittedly, I struggled a bit to get it up here on this table. The other issue is this table is getting fairly weak, and so I need to get a proper bench or something like that. So okay, it's quite hot out here today, reverse of what we've been having. But we're very grateful for the sunshine. Okay, so the front of this tree, the whole view of this escape, if you will, is going to be here. And so the first thing I want to do is get rid of this branch here, I think, because it's actually coming out in the front. It's just kind of a no-no in bonsai, and it's blocking the trunk. So it's not doing us a lot of good, so let's just take that off. Okay, there's a big branch. I'll have to seal that later. And for now, let's see. So like I said, later what'll happen is I'll put some sealant on that. As you know, the sealant I use is just glue. I use a wood glue, and Gorilla Wood glue works. I find that works the best so far. It's cheap, it's easy, and I've had excellent success with it. So you can buy the more expensive stuff you want, but that's this is what I use. Okay, so now we can see the trunk and shape more. I like the way this lower branch here is coming out. This one's blocking that. Secondly, it's not adding much to it. So I'm going to take that off as well. Take that right there. It's pretty significant. Be pretty heavy pruning on this, which has not been done, and we've only done one time before, maybe not as significantly as we're doing today. Take that down to 2 buds coming out. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that. This has 3 buds in that one spot plus this branch. Typically, it's not ideal, but for what I'm trying to accomplish, just to allow more growth, decide what I want to keep then later, and then get rid of and refine, kind of as we just did with some of this branch removal. I'm going to be okay with that. It's not going to create any problems yet, unless I was to leave it long term. Alright, so the rest of that, just wondering. I could let it go like that for now, but if I was to wire it, just trying to see what it would do. Not regard. It would probably look better if I did that. Let me take a moment and see. I've got some wire that'll work. Don't need anything too thick. So I've just got a used piece I'm going to reuse. Just straighten out the hand real quick. So if you don't have a set of pliers, it's not going to come out quite as straight. I like I've got a pair of steel time pliers. And I just kind of use that, I bite onto it, and then use my thumb, and you can see that, to kind of straighten out as we go. And this being such a small piece, diameter, it's pretty easy to do. Thicker ones are obviously a lot more work. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight to reuse it. The other thing I've seen people do is just take the wire over something like this and then put pressure on it and straighten it out that way. Which I could do with this, but if I did, honestly, this pot being so heavy, it'd probably break the table it's on and I'd have a problem. So, alright, let's see. Ideally, take some of these needles off here. Probably can't see what I'm doing very well. Sorry, I have to remember to try to speak louder so it comes in. So if you're not familiar with Peter Chan on YouTube, he's got a great YouTube channel. Truthfully, I've been following his work since I was a kid, and you can check him out on Ferns Bonsai. He's got a lot of great work there, and this is what he would call the two branch principle, using one piece of wire. And yeah, so you get what you need done with one piece of wire. These things are a little spiky on the mature needles. Let's see if we can go with that. So I'll reuse these. nothing else, I'll use this to tie in the screen in the bottom of a pot, little piece. And this one here is long enough, I could do the same, or maybe use it to do one branch, or a branch in shape. Okay, so now that we have that, another thing I should consider doing. Be as gentle as possible. These needles are just so fresh and fragile. I mean, seriously, they're like feathers. It's probably not too bad for now. Sometimes it takes me a little bit of time to find out just where I want that. There, I think that's good enough for now. So it's an improvement, and that's what I recommend. That's what you have to remember when it comes to bonsai. It's just everything you do, it's always an improvement. Every little step. See, I broke one off. That's okay. Every little step you're trying to take is an improvement to the tree, and should be. And even if it's small and you don't necessarily see huge leaps and bounds, it'll still be an improvement and gradually get better. So every season, you might see the spring, you do some work. You see the maybe in the summer a little bit, certainly in the fall you do some. And usually those two times, spring and fall, are fairly major times to do work. And so the changes you're making to the tree are pretty significant. So in the course of, 1 to say 2-3 years, you can have a really substantial improvement on a tree and have it start out as just a little sapling and come out looking really nice. This is a new tree, by the way. This is only, what is this, 2nd year? I think that I've been working on this. It's only maybe 3 years tops old, and started again as a little seedling. I don't know if you can see this little thing here, but yeah, they just start out as little guys. This little thing down here is a hemlock, I believe. Anyhow, yeah, so that's it. You get a roundabout. Eventually I might put a little tree in here. Wouldn't mind adding, maybe 2 more little trees, we'll see. Even this one on its own I think is nice. So, alright, there we go. Hopefully that came out okay on the camera. And could be a little bit higher there. Yeah, there we go. All right, folks, have a good day.